Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 70 chew review. 70. So we will be taking a look at Appalachia. Alright. This is a budget brand from Turning Point Brands, the people that distribute Stokers. On this package, it is still, Turning Point Brands is still being called National Tobacco Company. Okay, but it is, if you want to look up their company website, it is Turning Point Brands as of a few months ago. So taking a look at the package, as you can see, it is a pound bag. Pretty straightforward. Now, this is a sealed bag. It's got seams. This is a seam up top. So as such, this Ziploc is not engaged. It does not matter because the bag itself is sealed until I cut it. All right. Warning label down the bottom. Then on the back you have a story, which I am actually going to read because this is the first good bag of Appalachia I have ever had. There was a failed attempt at this a few months ago. I did not mention it at the time. So, Appalachia chewing tobacco. Appalachia is a region known for its superb craftsmanship, its honored traditions, and neighborly values, centered around honesty and just plain old-fashioned hard work. It is these qualities that go into every single pouch of Appalachia chewing tobacco. We take pride in the superb quality and attention to detail that goes into every step of the process, from selecting and blending the finest leaf to applying our secret recipe, to packing each individual bag. Sorry, glare. We strive not to be just a good chewing tobacco, but the best you have ever tasted. We work hard every day to maintain that reputation of producing a mellow, long-lasting chewing tobacco at the fairest price possible. We hope you enjoy. So as I said, this is a National Tobacco / Turning Point brand product. They are the distributors of Stokers, the makers of Big Mountain, amongst a number of others. This is sort of ranged like Big Mountain, basically. Now, I do not know where this originally came from, but I am guessing that Turning Point Brands picked this up and Appalachia was once a company by itself. But I do not know it for a fact, but from that little story on the back, I am thinking that story predates Turning Point Brands having this product. So on the back, if I can get it straightened out here, and hopefully you'll be able to see it because I'm having a heck of a time with glare for whatever reason on this. There you have the barcode, obviously, underage sale prohibited and distributed by National Tobacco Company, Louisville, Kentucky. All right. Sales not allowed outside the United States, and the leaf content is at least 23 domestic and 77 foreign. And then you have the number down there. That's not a big deal. It's a budget product. Any budget chew, don't expect a high domestic count. It's just not going to happen. So, as far as other things on the bag here, the bag feels good. Okay, it feels really good, actually. There is a code. It is in the gray, like laser ink. Again, the grayish white laser ink that the latest Stoker's bags that I had done had on them. So it is right there. If you can see that, I do not know what it means, but I am going by feel, and the product feels good. So I am going to cut, but I am going to go below that line, because if I cut at that line, these products are notched, by the way. I don't know if you can see that. but you got to go below the line or the thing's not going to open up. So let me feel. Plastic might start about there. So I'm just going to go slightly below the line. And hopefully that did it. And it did. Okay. The product is in excellent shape. It is very dark. It's got some secondary, like, leaf vein material. I wouldn't call them stems. It's all the way up to the top there. This bag, I'm guessing, is pretty fresh. Usually, when they feel like this, they're still good, but they've settled. This bag does not seem like it's even settled that much. It's way up in the bag still. So, I'm going to take a guess here. It smells like a fairly rich original. It smells like raisins. It smells like molasses. I'm going to take a guess and say the cut is going to be something along the lines of Big Mountain. That is, that it is going to be a bit of a longer cut. And that is actually sort of what I'm hoping for. So let's see if that plays out. It's in really good shape. It's not soaked. It's not like a Stoker's product. And it's not cut actually as long as the Big Mountain. But it's fairly stringy. It's been liberally treated. I can get a whole bunch of translucent leaf bits here. Those really thin stringy bits are not veins. It's just like really thin cut tobacco. They must... And it's everywhere. They must do it purposely. So I am going to throw this in, and then I am going to hit the pause button, and I will be back. It's good. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, and hey, I'm back. This is good stuff. As I sort of suspected it would be. I was having the feeling it was probably along the lines of Big Mountain. And it is. It's a little bit different, but it's in the same realm. And I like the Big Mountain. That Big Mountain review, I don't know how many months ago that was now. That was a pleasant surprise. It really was. So... It's National Tobacco, or Turning Point Brands, whichever way you want to call it. They put out a lot of stuff. They put out Appalachia. They put out the 3 Big Mountains. They distribute all Stokers. They have Havana Blossom, the untreated leaf natural, which I was not a huge fan of. There is a review of it in this playlist. I wasn't a huge fan of it. But it was a quality product. Like, the quality was there, you could tell. And I can't think what else. There's others they have. And there's a common theme in all of them. Like, this and the Big Mountain are budget products. And you got to buy them big. Although I do believe this comes in a half-pound bag as well. At least it used to be. It was this pound bag or a half-pound. 8-ounce bag. They're all quality. They're all that company, which basically just deals in chew, with the exception of the Stoker's Dip and the smoker-friendly dip, which is sort of like the Stoker's Dip with a worse cut. All they do is chewing tobacco. And really, all of them, especially considering their budget products. All of them, there hasn't been one yet where I was like, you know what? There was one. There was one. Durango. Durango was a little bit below par. But besides that, they're all pretty sound. This is definitely sound. So in the mouth, it's like the Big Mountain, really. The flavor is a little bit different. It's not cut as long. But in the mouth, it's soft. It's comfortable. There's no actual stems. There is some like secondary like leaf veins, but there's no actual stems. It's comfortable and it's soft, like there's nothing, uncomfortable about it, but at the same time, it's sort of firm, and you can actually chew down on this a little bit. Now, I'm not a big active chewer, but you could, I think, with this stuff if you wanted to. You definitely could with a Big Mountain. I think you can with this too. What I sort of like about it is when you bite down on this stuff, it's almost gummy. Like it gives a little bit of resistance, and I can't explain. It's almost like gummy or spongy, but you're not shredding it in smaller and smaller pieces. This will come out of my mouth, a half hour from now, cleanly in one piece. I can just tell. Even though the cut is a little bit shorter than the Big Mountain. But all in all, this review is thanks to Mississippi Rebel and was funded by donations. This is quality stuff. I don't know what he got it for, and even if I did, I don't know if it'd make much sense because he's in Mississippi and I'm not. And the problem with tobacco pricing is that a lot of the taxes put on it, a lion's share, are state, and as such, the price varies from state. The tax varies from state to state. Thus, the prices vary from state to state. And that's why I don't really go into prices, because I could tell you something, but unless you're in my state, you're not going to find it for that. You might find it lower. You may find it higher, So, if this is priced somewhere, that you deem as a budget price, then this is definitely worth it. Okay? Am I going to say it's Redman? No, I'm not going to say it's Redman. But I can guarantee it's not priced like Redman either, no matter where you are. So, yeah, see, there's no... I was chewing it during the break, and there is nothing loose coming off this at all. It's a little bit softer than the Big Mountain. But to tell you the truth, the flavor is just a strong toe. It's just a little bit different. Like it's a little bit tweaked molasses-wise. Not overly sweet, but obviously not bitter in any way. Though, that said, it is not a sweetened chew, okay? It's not a Golden Blend or Levi Garrett. It is an original. I like it, though. I'll use this whole bag. No problem whatsoever. I will use it this week. I'm trying to think if there's anything for guys that are new and haven't watched any of the other chew reviews. This is going to have chew levels of nicotine. That is, they are going to be low. Okay? About the highest nicotine you get in chew is 0.8. And that is on a premium brand like Redman Original. Okay? To give you an idea where that varies from Dip, Skull, which is fairly, on their classic line, low, is 3.2 to 8. 3.2 to 8. This will have nicotine somewhere between 0.2 and 8, if you get the idea there. Now, that will be milligrams of nicotine per gram. Obviously, there's a whole lot of grams going in, but it still doesn't bridge it. So don't lose your can of Dip while you're chewing this, because you'll probably need it. But, as I've always said, chew's more of a flavor thing and somewhat spitting thing, to tell you the truth, for me. So, this has been the review of Appalachia chewing tobacco. It is an original. It tastes good. The cut is good. It holds up well in the mouth, and it is comfortable, and you can actually chew it. I am the Suit&Tie Dip and Chew Guy. The next scheduled video is this coming Sunday, which will be a short format dip review. That said, There very well sometime between now and then may be channel news, okay, because I do actually have news. That said, I have to do some orders right now, so it won't be tonight like I originally planned. I do hope you all are well and taking proper precautions. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.